Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I've done a reading on Frank Sinatra, and as I've mentioned, I'm in Palm Springs. So naturally, had to do spirits with spirits with the Martini and Frank Sinatra. And today I'm going to do a Sonny Bono. Now, a lot of people know, but a lot of people may not know, Sonny Bono he lived in Palm Springs, and he was actually the mayor of Palm Springs for 4 years before he went to the Senate, I think it was. Like I said, I'm not American, not really privy to a lot of the American political seats and whatnot, but he was in as a Republican. And I thought that was interesting because apparently Chaz, his daughter, who used to be Chastity and is now transitioned to a man and is known as Chaz, apparently they had a falling out and she didn't speak to him for up to a year before he tragically died in a ski accident at age 62, 69, 60. He was in his 60s. Wasn't that old. I think he was 62. Anyways, I want to see if Sonny Bono will come around. He had a very interesting life. He was married 4 times. He was an Aquarius. So that's interesting because Aquarius is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is also a politician. So he was well versed to be a politician. And he always wanted to be a singer. He wrote a lot of famous songs, actually. And he was part of the movement that tried to get copyright rules and laws a little bit tighter to protect people. And actually, there is one, a copyright, and it's named after him. Some kind of extension law or some such thing. Again, like I said, I'm a Canadian. I'm not that well versed in American politics, but I am well versed in connecting with people and their energy. Now, if Sonny was alive, he'd be turning 90 in February. He was born February 16th or 19th, 16th, I think, in 1935. So he'd be turning 90 this February. So if he was still alive. And of course, his most famous marriage was to Cher, the Sonny and Cher show. And I actually remember watching it as a young girl. And it was pretty corny, but we enjoyed it. Back when things were much more innocent, right? Much more innocent. All right, Sonny Bono, what do you have? What message do you have for us? What message do you have for us? What would you like us to know about you? Any regrets? Anything you're proud of? What would you like us to know? What would you like us to know? Yeah, he was married 4 times. He was married at the time of his death, and he has 4 children. All right, cards are ready. Okay. Queen of Candles. That's Queen of Wands. So he was a fun person to be with, right? He enjoyed traveling. He was a fun person to be with. He was loyal. He had integrity. Very entrepreneurial, Queen of Wands. Ooh, the tower. Oh, and it's a tree. I wonder if that's his skiing accident. He did hit a tree out skiing, and he had catastrophic head injuries. Ten of Candles, 10 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, that ruined him. Isn't that interesting that the tree came up right away? Queen of Good Cheer, Queen of Cups in reverse. Might have had a bit of a, I was going to say a little bit of a drinking problem, perhaps. Eight of Canes in reverse, or Page of Canes in reverse. That's Page of Swords in reverse. You know, with these 3 here, he may have enjoyed a little bit too, or he may have become emotional when he drank. He had a bit of a rough upbringing. His parents divorced when he was quite young, and he, I think he had a bit of trauma here with the 8, with the 10 of swords in reverse, and I think he may have self-medicated a little bit. Generally, his marriages only lasted 3 or 4 years, except for the last one that he was married right up until the end. I'm not sure if he ever had any kind of alcohol problem, but this tells me that there could have been some kind of emotional outbursts, perhaps when he was drinking. He may have actually even been. No, I'm not. No, I was going to say maybe drinking when he had his accident, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm almost getting a sense he felt like his life was finally settling down. He was where he was supposed to be, and then tragedy happened. The moon in reverse. Oh, so there are some truths that. What about the tower moment? That's a truth. The world in reverse on top of the 10 of swords in reverse. He doesn't feel like he was finished. He feels like he went too soon and he wasn't finished. He was just getting started with what he wanted to do. A 7 of canes, which is 7 of swords on top of the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you know, he was just getting a strategy going that he was keeping close to himself. He may have died with a secret. He may have died with something, a secret perhaps, that was too emotionally vulnerable to speak about while he was alive. But I'm getting a feeling he wasn't ready to go. He's with this world in reverse is telling me he left things incomplete, especially with the moon here in reverse. There were some things that he wanted to unveil, truths that he wanted to show. He had some kind of plan to get them out. Sinterklaas, so this is the Hierophant in reverse. I'm getting that there was some kind of secrets, or he wanted to be a guru or a teacher or show people the way, and that was unafforded to him. Ace of good cheer. Ace of good cheer. Now he felt loved. He felt very loved, which is interesting. Wow, 5 of good cheer in reverse. He was at the point he let go of the past, and he was really looking forward to the future. Really looking forward to the future. Um, I think I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form he was pushed into a tree, or there's nothing untowards like that. It was the tower moment. It was the hand of God. Your number's up. When your number's up, your number's up. No matter what you're doing, you're out skiing. Watch out for that tree. I think that I'm getting that a sense that he didn't accomplish everything that he wanted to accomplish. Like there's some things about the Salton Sea here. He wanted to get some information out about that, and he was working hard around the Salton Sea, and there's actually a park named after him. I guess he did a lot of good for Palm Springs, and there's a statue of him. So I think that he was coming to a point in his life, he realized he really could make a difference in the world. And not just with songs, and not just with entertainment and being an actor or a singer. I'm getting, with this Hierophant in reverse, I'm getting that he wanted to be somebody to look up to, that people would look up to him as a mentor or a teacher or something good. And he didn't get to do that. But with the Ace of Cups here, this is telling me that he did feel love. So that could be, um, you know, with his new wife or with his last wife and his children. He had 2 children with that wife. They were quite young actually when he passed away. Like I'm thinking 10, 12 years old. But he was in a really good place. I'm getting that he was really sad that it was time to go. Seven of Candles in reverse. So Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there were some things that he did. Were indefensible, right? Wow, the Devil in reverse. Did he have a substance abuse problem? I can't remember if he did or not. Because we have the Six of Good Cheer, Six of Cups in reverse, King of Good Cheer. We're getting a lot of cards here that are indicative of somebody who had a lot of good cheer in his life. I think as he got older, he got more emotionally stable. I mean, come on, there's a reason why your marriages only last 3 or 4 years. Usually it's because they're unstable for one reason or another. Eight of Canes, so Eight of Swords in reverse. I think at the end, he didn't see himself as a victim anymore of his circumstances. I think he shook off some of the things of his past. This is past right here. This is bad news past. When you have Seven of Candles in reverse, well, that Seven of Wands, what you've done is indefensible. The Devil is addictions you can't get rid of. And the Six of Good Cheer is Six of Cups in reverse. It's a past you really don't want to talk about or remember. So something happened in his past that he possibly self-medicated with. And um, and it was near the end of his life that he actually got over it. Here with the Eight of Canes in reverse, he saw it from a different point of view. He released some of the heavy burdens he had, his victim mentality, and especially here with the King of Cups, he became more emotionally stable. And perhaps that's why his last marriage lasted so long. The Magus here, yeah, he was just starting to manifest some good things in his life. Nine of Candles in reverse, Seven of Gifts, at Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, he was really looking forward to Four of Cups in reverse, regrets. Ooh, death. Two of Gifts. He was really looking forward to the next 7 years of his life. I think he was thinking for at least the next 7 years he would be in office and he was going to do a lot of good work. I'm really getting that he honestly did have a really good heart. I'm not getting any real dark energy around him. I think he might have been a bit of a hothead, which is very unusual for Aquarius. They can be mean. Absolutely. They can cut you like a knife, Aquarius people. They can be very cold and very mean, but not generally hot-headed like a fire sign would be. So I wonder if he had a lot of fire sign, because I'm really getting that he had like this, dealing with these inner demons. And perhaps when he did have a few drinks, he said things he regretted. That would be very Aquarius. And right? And I'm getting that he was really working on that and really becoming the humanitarian that Aquarius people are. And I think he was really getting to the point where he was starting to handle his emotions. He was starting to manifest some really good things in his life. This death card here would be transforming his life. So transforming his life. So perhaps he did quit drinking in the end, or who knows, maybe it was like prescription pills or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm getting it was something. It was something. It could have even been porn for all we know, but there was some kind of addiction there that fueled not great times in his life. And I just realized I didn't look to see if, oh yeah, they all are. And I'm getting that with that Two of Gifts. But it's in reverse. I'm getting that he became more stable at the end of his life. And just when he was thinking that everything is going good, I'm doing good, that was the end. Everything and they're getting that there's a lot of regrets there. Interesting, we didn't get a lot about his children. I thought there might have been perhaps some regrets around the disagreement he had with Chaz, and that was over politics. that he was a Republican. And we know Cher and Chaz to this day are staunch Democrats. So that's kind of sad. This Queen of Wands could have been his last wife. I didn't look too much into her, but that would be definitely a stabilizing force in his life, the Queen of Wands. She's very loyal, has high integrity, somebody you want who always has your back, somebody who will push you to be a better person. Um, and the only one I have here is the Page of Swords in reverse, and that could possibly be his relationship with Chaz, because that was played out in the public. Now, if that was Knight of Swords in reverse, I probably would have gone more that way, but she was already an adult and more transitioning then, and it was played out in the media a lot, as celebrities do, leak stuff, right? Um, so I'm really getting some, like, oh, my life was just coming together. I finally found, the woman who would support me and help me. It's so strange. I'm getting transition. So he transitioned from what he was to what he wanted to be, as his daughter did. So I think that's kind of a cool parallel there. I also read that in the end, out of his four wives, he was only talking to two, and that was his current wife and Cher. And Cher actually showed up at the funeral, um, and did the eulogy at the insistence of his widow. So that's nice that they kind of all got along then, considering Chaz wasn't talking to her dad. And it's interesting that Chaz, her middle name, her new middle name, was actually Sonny's real name, Salvador. Both his parents were Italian, and Salvador was his real first name. And that's interesting that she honored him by giving her middle name is her new name is Chaz Salvador Bono. Bono. Bono's U2. So there we have it. Poor guy. But I'm really getting a really nice energy from him. I'm not getting that he was a shyster or a dark energy. He was basically a human being trying to do the best that he could with what he had. And really, I'm really getting a nice energy from Sonny Bono. I really am. I'm not getting that he was cruel or mean in any way whatsoever. I'm not getting anything really dark from him. I think he just had some demons that he had to deal with, and in the end he did. And I'm almost getting a feeling like once those were cleaned up, it was time to go. It was almost like this life was that karma to clean that up. And once he accomplished that, it was onward to the next thing. So very interesting. Very interesting. So there is well, I might do some more people around Palm Springs. Like we got Lucille Ball. We have, well, there's tons that came here to the playground of the stars. So once I start driving around, and we'll see what energies pop out at me. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget the December magazine is now out. There's a link on my community page, or go to the website. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.